Cheryl and thank you for joining me today. So today's video I'm going to do a personal development video. So we're going to talk about our emotional states and ways that we can make ourselves happy just instantly. So we are going to dive into the video right now, and if you enjoy it, hit the thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed to me, then just click that little button down below and also click the notification bell. So we all know what emotional states feel like. We've all experienced every single emotion, whether it's happiness, frustration, sadness, fear. We've all at some point in our life experienced it. It's really important to recognize these emotional states and just know how to control them so that you don't end up going in a downward spiral. And a lot of us blame external sources for our happiness. So my boss made me angry today, my kids frustrated me, my partner made me sad. But those external sources are just triggers, and they trigger how you feel. So it's not, you can't blame other people for, oh, he made me sad today. It's not their fault. Yes, they might have annoyed you, but it's not their place to control your emotional state. That's your job. Only you can do that. So yeah, if that person has annoyed you, you just think to yourself, okay, I've accepted what they've done and what they've said, but then you just don't focus it, because if you just focus on that negative thing, you would just end up suffering. Nobody wants to be in that state of mind where you're just suffering and just focusing on the bad things. So you need to know the triggers and how to deal and cope with those. There's three key things that all contribute to our emotional state. So the first one is our physiology, our physical body and the way that we carry it. You know straight away by looking at how somebody's carrying their body is the way that they're feeling at that time. So if somebody's sad and unhappy, how are they carrying their body at that moment? Are they slouched down and hunched? Yes, they are. Their head's facing down to the floor, closed off. Their facial expression might be sad, frowning, or even crying. Their breathing is really, really shallow. So without even saying one word to that person, you know straight away that something's wrong with them. But if somebody's happy, how are they carrying themselves? They're walking with big strides. They're breathing really deeply, they're looking up to the sky, their facial expression is just smiling. You know straight away that that person's happy. Emotion is created by motion, so the way that we carry our body is exactly how we feel. The person that's really sad is not going to be thinking happy things, are they? They're not going to be feeling the best. And the happy person isn't going to be feeling sad, because it entwines with each other. Whatever you're thinking and feeling is exactly what you're expressing on the outside of your body. So it all correlates with each other. And that brings us on to number two, which is, what are you focusing on? So every day we all focus on things, whether it being negative or positive. So if something bad does happen, or if something annoys you or makes you upset, then you can't focus on that every day, because that's just going to make you feel really horrible inside, and it's just going to make you suffer. And no one wants to live suffering, do they? No, they don't. So what you focus on creates images in your mind, and what we are focusing on every day, it just amplifies how we're feeling, and if it's something negative, then it will just get you even more and more angry, because you'll just create scenarios in your mind. So you just need to learn how to stop spiraling into these thoughts and to just be back at the present moment. So by the present moment, I mean that just being here right now. So me focusing on you, talking to you, feeling the floor and the chair that you're sitting on, and just noticing everything around you, rather than drifting off into la la land and just creating all these negative things that are just not really there. So what you focus on and what you think about, it's really important. And the final one is, what do you say to yourself every single day? Are they good phrases or are they bad phrases? Do you say, oh, I can't do that, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, I wish I could do this, I just can't do this, I'm not good enough? They are bad phrases that you say to yourself. Good things are, I am wonderful, I can do this, I have this dream, I have this goal, I can do this, I am invincible, I'm abundant. They are all the good phrases that we all say to ourselves, well, should say to yourself. So it's just knowing how to intertwine these three things. This is going to be a task for you. If you are saying bad things or thinking bad things, then I just want you to go to the opposite end of the scale. So if you're saying that you are fat, go to the other end of the scale and say that you're thin. If you are unhappy, say, no, I'm happy. So that is just a simple task that you can do every single day. And we all know when we're starting to think negative, and it's not going to not stop you thinking negative. Even if you master this, you will still think of negative things, but it's knowing how to deal with those negative things that happen in your life. Because, you know, life isn't simple. Things are going to happen over and over and over again, but it's knowing what your triggers are, how to deal with it, and just be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. If you find yourself in a negative state of mind, I want you to notice what has happened, because that's your trigger. And then I want you to accept it and go, okay, that's happened to me, but it's not going to define me or my life. And then I want you to start thinking the opposite end of the scale and just thinking happy things, and just be in the present moment, because it's just not going to do you any good if you're just going to drift off into these negative things all the time, because it's not good for you, it's not good for your health, and it's not going to create the life that you are after and that you're seeking, and you're not going to be a good person to be around. Just shift your thoughts to the opposite end of the scale. I want you to breathe in deeply, do that for a few minutes, and then hold yourself up high and smile. Listen to some music, because that always gets me in a good mood. I just can't help but dance and sing. Yeah, so do those things, just anything at all that makes you happy. So think of the things that does make you happy and just do that. Even if it's reading a book or having a bath, anything that gets you into that beautiful mind state, just do it, because it will benefit you so much for the better. So these are the 3 main things that you need to focus on to start living a happy life. The way that you carry your body, what you focus on every single day, and also the phrases that you're telling yourself every day. Anything negative, I just want you to shift it, shift your mind pattern, get into the habit of shifting your mind patterns, because it is hard work, but the more that you do it, that'll create a habit, and it's a good habit to have. So know the triggers, accept it, and then just move to the other end of the scale just to make yourself in such a beautiful state. If you can master those 3 things, you will have total control of your emotions, and you will know exactly how to get from one emotion straight to the other in just a click of the fingers, and it will just have such a big advantage and impact on your life in such a huge way. So I hope that I have been able to help just at least one person today. If you did like the video, hit the thumbs up, click subscribe if you're not already, and stay in that beautiful state of mind, because you are all amazing. So I'll see you very soon. Bye.